Okay, now we're going to do the taper on the back. Find the center, and we go back to just in front of the former there. And we're going to cut out a V in the bottom. In the back, you want to leave just enough for a piece of coral to fit into the rudder. Kind of tricky to cut, especially if you're just new to coral. I also use a bandsaw to cut this out. It makes it pretty easy. So that it will bend, otherwise it's not going to bend. Put a small V in there. So that's the taper. What we're going to do is we're going to glue this piece of wood in there. It's just a piece of stir stick or yardstick. It's tapered to follow. That'll give it the strength. That'll go down there just like that. I'll use a CA on this. It'll dry pretty quick. And I'll tape this ahead of time. And make sure your V's line up. Started with the flash, I'll put some CA in there. The way I do these builds isn't always the correct way, but it's one way. There's a lot of talented builders on the site that built things a little bit different, and their way is just as good as this one. You get a brick on part of it. And we'll set that, let that sit for just a little while that CA cures. I'll get the rudder ready. We'll get that put in. Okay, next is the rudder. Like I say, this rudder and all the other parts are exactly what it says in the plans. 8.5 inch circle, hinged. Just give me it right there. So we'll put some goop in there, throw a clamp on it, and let it dry. Make sure the hinge line's straight up and down, clamp it. Make sure it's straight. And we'll let that sit. Okay, now I got the rudder in. We need to make the formers or the stiffeners for the wing. You can use yardsticks, paint stir sticks. I just take some pine, cut it down on the table saw. And I'm going to make a bolt-on wing. The rubber band wing's pretty much the same thing, except with the bolt-on wing I put these two 1/2 inch plywood pieces in there. They're glued in with Gorilla Glue. And whenever I get the wing made, I'll set the wing on top, drill the holes, put T-nuts underneath them. That way it's a bolt-on wing. So this fits right in here. Wing. And then before I put this in, I'm going to put in the servo tray. This is just a piece of gutter pipe, the American size. It's the same size as this, so it fits in just right. See how it's notched out? The servos fit right in there. You can put screws in there. It works perfect. I'm just going to drop it in there and leave it. It's loose. Don't have to really worry about it right now. And that's going to fit in there. Get some clamp. This stick, by the way, is going to a customer in Nevada. And he wanted a plane he can just fly around and not have to worry about it. So this is what I suggested to him, and get it built and shipped off. That'll sit. Next we need some stiffeners for this back area. You can use strips of yardstick, scrap wood, whatever. I usually use just a piece of Coro, just one flute. I'll flash these. So I want it to stick pretty quick. Put on the length. These aviation snips make great Coro cutters. On there. Clamp. Okay, we'll let that set for a second. The next step will be to put in the control rod guides. I usually use some goldenrod, either inside or outside. I'll put them inside the frame. And I'll use like a .55 wire for the control rods. You can use the dowel system, which works pretty well, or you can use straight golden rods. I just like this. I like the solid wire running through there. Just cut a little hole for that there. There's more than one way to do this, so this way may not be the right way, but it works. Now I'll crisscross them. The one on this side will exit on that side. The one on this side will be on that side. That way it keeps the bends not so sharp. I'll put one a little bit higher than the other one. The higher one will be for the rudder.